So, the very first thing to note is that I am making this video 1 week after the game is released, but for reasons, it won't release until about a month after release. Now, since this is a multiplayer shooter that has just come out, chances are that some things will change, but also there's so much stuff to talk about with this game that I doubt any of it really gets changed. So, I've been playing this game since it released, I got all the achievements, I've played every game mode extensively, and I think it's fair to say this game has so many issues. But, is it really that bad? Honestly, I'm not quite sure it is. Don't get me wrong, there are many problems. The aim assist constantly prevents you from actually aiming at people, the gunplay is woefully simple, the lack of progression is disappointing. But by far the biggest problem it has is the staggering lack of content available. Get this, there is one map per game mode. One map per game mode. That is absolutely hilarious. Obviously, by the time this comes out, that could change, but at the time of making this video, there's one map per game mode. So, if you want to play Team Deathmatch, you'll always be on this boat. If you want to play Search and Destroy, you'll always be in this villa thing. This is absolutely mental. There are a fair few game modes, so we'll just go through them one by one. Firstly, the game is split into Modern and Classic. Modern is pretty cookie cutter stuff. You can aim down your sights, you can sprint. They're the only differences really. There's also no TDM option in Modern, which is weird. In Classic, it's essentially a CSGO knockoff. So, in Modern, there's Search and Destroy, and this really strange Domination Rush hybrid. Search and Destroy plays exactly how you'd expect Search and Destroy to play. One team attacks, one team defends, no respawns, last team standing wins. Honestly, no issues with this mode. The singular map is a classic 3-lane design map with plenty of overlap, all around decent time. The other Modern mode is where things get wild. There are 2 capture points, but everyone always ignores them. Once a certain score is reached, you go down a zip wire and then there's 2 more capture points down there. But everyone always ignores them, and do you want to know why? Because they want to earn enough XP to unlock the Boogeyman. What's the Boogeyman, I hear you ask? The Boogeyman is where you can dual wield MP5s and have 6 times the health. No, it's not balanced. Yes, it is a mess. It's really fun, don't get me wrong, but it's still a joke, and it's not even a rarity that you have to use at the right point. You can get 3 or 4 of them a game. It's absurd, and the only way you will ever die is if you run into another Boogeyman, and then you're just bullet sponging each other. It's such a horrifically unbalanced mode, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't quite fun. Then, in Classic, there's more options. This was the version of Search and Destroy that I played the most. It's exactly the same as the Classic one, except there's no ADS or Sprint. I'm much better at Classic, and I'm not entirely sure why. You'll notice a lot of footage is with the typewriter weapon, and there is a reason for that. But we'll get onto that in another game mode. I can't really say much more about the Search and Destroy mode, which is a damn shame because I've got a ton of footage of me absolutely going off. But it's just Search and Destroy, you know what it is. It's not as tactical as a game such as Rainbow Six Siege or Insurgency Sandstorm would be, but it's still fun, even if there's not really an incentive to win because there's no rewards or anything. Then there's this hilarious game mode called Spectre, I believe, where one team is invisible and don't have guns. This game mode is also unbalanced, as it's almost impossible for the team who plays the invisible team first to win the whole game. Although, and I pray to God that I have this footage, I somehow won a hilarious round where I stood invisible, watched 4 people walk past me, then I went to the bomb, planted it, defended it, and then blew up 3 more people with the bomb. This was hilarious. This game mode is fun due to its creativity for about 2 games before it becomes tiresome. Then there's the Team Deathmatch mode, and oh boy, this game mode is so easy. I don't think I lost a game in this mode, and no, it's not because I'm good, it's because of the typewriter. This gun has such an incredibly high fire rate, and for some reason has like 60 bullets in it, so when you combine that with the close quarters of the only map available in this mode, then all of a sudden I seem like a god, averaging about 40 kills a game. Once again, terribly balanced. There was one game where I had like 55 kills and the other team had 53. The other team had 53. There's no reason to use any other weapon, I don't think, than the typewriter. I tried different weapons, I tried the AS-12, which is also pretty cool, but I just kept coming back to the typewriter. Then we have the worst game mode in the whole damn game, Infected. Fuck me, this is horrible. You may be thinking, but I've always liked Infected in other games. Me too. This is horrible. And it's due to 3 things. The first is the map is awful. There's like 4 spots where the infected can't reach the survivors. What the hell? It just leaves the games continuously going the distance. Secondly, when the infected gets shot, or at least shot by the minigun, which doesn't need to be unlocked, by the way, anyone can just use it. Straight from the jump, you could install the game, go to your loadout, and then equip the minigun. Anyway, once the infected gets shot by... It definitely works with the minigun, I don't know if it works for other weapons. Then they actually get pushed backwards, so they can't even run forward and get the survivors. Thirdly, the infected have so much health that there's no incentive for the survivors to do anything other than exploit these super spots, because if they try and play normally, they'll just die. It's an absolute mess. The games go on for about 20 minutes. Worst infected mode I've ever played. I've spoken a lot about the issues with this game, which there undoubtedly are plenty, but I still enjoyed playing it, and I really don't know why. Despite all of its many balancing flaws, it can still be a hell of a good time, especially with friends. It definitely needs more content. 1 map per game mode is simply inexcusable, and the fact that there's no combat record where you can view your stats is insulting. But in a few months, if it gets supported, I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably come back. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Crossfire X is a good game and that you should ignore all of the people shitting on it, because it's not a good game, and it probably does deserve to be shitted on. But for free, I think there is fun to be had, and isn't that why we play these games in the first place? Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, then please make sure to leave a like, as it will be greatly appreciated by me. And if you want to see more fantastic gaming videos just like this one, then make sure to subscribe, because I upload every single Friday. Have a nice day, and goodbye.